Dear students, yesterday we did the first three stanzas of the poem, The Patriot. We should just recall what we did yesterday. We have seen how the patriot received a thundering welcome from the public on his victory. He has received like a hero. There were people standing on the housetops. They were sprinkling flowers on the way, and the church tops, the spires were in flame. And the people were rocking, they were shouting, and the old walls were also rocking. And when it comes to third stanza, there was a tone of sadness because the patriot felt that he has been treated badly because he went out of his way to help his friends. He jumped at the sun and got the sun for them to keep. At the end, what he harvested was something bad. Now he is being led to the gallows. That's where we stopped. We shall look at the fourth stanza now. Nobody on the housetops now, just a palsied few at the windows set, for the best of the sight all along, at the shambles gate, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trod. There is nobody on the housetops now. It's in comparison with the previous stanza we have seen. The housetops were filled with people. People have been standing there to welcome the hero. There is nobody on the housetops now. Then who is there? Just a palsied few at the windows set. Just a palsied few. Palsied means people who have been paralyzed, who are immobile. They are not able to move around as they like. So, people who have been faced with paralysis, they get tremors. Tremors is shiverings. The body will shiver without their knowledge. Such people are placed near the windows. All the others have left the house. Only the sick people are being placed near the windows. Just a palsied few at the windows set. For the best of the sight all allowed, at the shambles gate or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trod. I trod, T-R-O-W, trod means believe. I believe or I think the best sight, for the best of the sight is the place of interest. The best of the sight means the place of interest for people to view. So the best of the sight is now at the shambles gate. Shamble is a house of slaughter. You know, the butchers slaughter the animals for sale. The place where they slaughter the animals is called shambles. So shambles gate, it is actual meaning. Here the reference is to where people are being slaughtered. That is, where people are being beheaded or hanged. The criminals who are being beheaded or hanged, that place is called the shambles place. So, shambles gate is the open area where people come and witness the hanging. The gate of that place is shambles gate. So, the hero or patriot says, there is nobody on the housetop, nobody in the houses except the paralyzed ones, because the best place of interest now is the shambles house where the criminal is going to be hanged. Or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot. What is a scaffold? Scaffold is a raised platform with wooden planks where the criminal is being hanged. You know, where the new building is being built, in order to construct the building, they put up scaffolds. Or to paint a building, they put up scaffolds. And they stand on the scaffolds and paint or do the construction. Here it is, scaffold is a raised platform for hanging the criminal. So, the hero says that there is nobody on the housetops, nobody is around except the sick people, because the place of interest for everybody now is the shambles house where the criminal is being put to death. They must be at the gate of the shambles, or it is possible that more people are already inside the shambles, close to the scaffolds where the criminal will be put to death. They are close to the scaffolds so that they can have a better view of the person being put to death. I go in the rain, and more than needs, a rope cuts both my wrists behind. I go in the rain. When our patriot is being led to the scaffolds, it has been raining, heavy rain, and he is going in the rain, drenched, wet. And he says, more than needs a rope cuts both my wrists behind. The criminal's hands are being tied at the back. So, my hands are being tied behind, and more than needs means excessively, unduly. So, my wrists are tied behind, the rope has cut my hands unduly. Very badly, my wrists have been cut. So, with my hands tied behind, I am walking in the rain, being led to the scaffolds. And I think by the feel, my forehead bleeds, for they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my years' misdeeds. And I think by the feel, my forehead is bleeding. Suppose somebody throws a stone at you on your forehead. Then immediately what we do? We take the hand, feel it. He cannot feel that way because his hands are being tied behind. But when somebody hits on your forehead, he can feel it and he can pain it. He can feel the pain. So he says, by the feeling of pain and the feeling of blood being oozing down, I guess somebody has thrown stones at me. Fling means to throw something forcefully. For they fling whoever has a mind. They have thrown stones at me, whoever has a mind. Whoever has a mind is an idiomatic expression. That is, people who can form their own opinion and act accordingly. People who can form their own opinion and act accordingly is the meaning of whoever has a mind. So all those who can form their own opinion and decide their action, they have thrown the stone on my forehead and it is bleeding. For my year's misdeed. Why did they throw stone at me? For my year's misdeed. Last year I was a hero, being led by the people on the streets. They were shouting great slogans to encourage me. But this last 1 year, had done some misdeed. For that misdeed, they have thrown stones at me. Thus I ended and thus I go. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead, paid by the world. What dost thou owe me? God might question. Now instead, if God shall repay, I am safe. So, thus I ended and thus I go. That is the manner I ended, and this is the manner I go out. Thus I ended. How did I enter? Roses all the way. People standing on the roof, housetops, and welcoming me. The church spires filled with flags which looked like flames. And the walls were being rocked with the shouting of the people. And they were ready to do anything for me. That was my entry point. Thus I ended. And thus I go. How do I go? I go as a criminal. My hands are tied behind. I am walking in the rain, wet. And people are throwing stones at me. Thus I go to the gallows to be put to death. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead. Drop down dead is a phrase. Drop down dead is a phrase which means die suddenly and unexpectedly. Die suddenly and unexpectedly. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead. Triumph means victory, point of achievement. At the time of achievement or at the time of great victory, suddenly people have lost their lives. We have seen in our lives many places when people celebrate their birthday or a great day or some achievement, suddenly someone dies. So, in triumph, people have dropped down dead. I too. My entry was a great triumph. Now, suddenly, I am going to be put to death. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? God might question. So, this is a kind of belief among the people. There are so many people who believe our life do not come to an end here. We have another life after this. And after our death, God will question us. What have you done? We have to give an account of the way we lived here on earth to God after our death. And according to that, we will be given heaven or hell. Heaven, if you have done well, a reward. If you haven't done well in life, as a punishment, you will be given hell. So, based on that belief, he says, God might question me, ask me, paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? The world has paid you. What is the payment given by world? Is being led to the gallows. That's the punishment the world has given him. He will be hanged to death. So, paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? What do you owe me? What have you done in your life? Do you deserve a reward or a punishment? God might now instead, if God shall repay, I am safe also. Now, instead of that question, I surrender myself to God. I leave everything to God's hands. Instead of God questioning me, if God shall repay, God will reward me according to whatever I have done. Only God knows me through and through. People, they go by sentiments. They go by their own opinions. They do not know what is the truth. Only God knows how trustworthy I was, how responsible I was in executing my duty. So God will repay. That is my belief. Therefore, I am safer. I need not give an account of my life. God will repay me according to the deeds I have done. So these are the last three stanzas. First three stanzas speak about the glorious days of the hero. These last three stanzas are his failure. For the misdeed he has done, he is being punished by the people, and the punishment given to him is to be hanged, and he is being led to the gallows, and all the people are gathered at the scaffolds to witness the hanging of the hero. It's a homework for you. Page number, workbook, page number 128 to 132, question numbers 3, 4 and 5. Thank you.